Hi guys, and welcome to my August TBR this year. I swear, it's running away. I know I say that in every one of these TBR videos, but really, this year is going so crazy fast. But we've read some really great books so far this year, and I hope that August will be a month of more to come. So stay tuned to see what I will be reading this month. I selected a few books less than I usually do for my TBR, just because my university semester has resumed. It's my final one. So amongst working full-time, studying part-time, and also traveling while I'm over here in the UK, I don't want to overload myself with expectations, but I do hope I get to finish all of these and hopefully read even more, because there are so many books on my radar right now. This month I didn't want to just focus on new books. I wanted to make sure that I keep working my way through series that I've already started, especially duologies that I've read the first book for and not the second. But first things first, a new book I wanted to read is Dragon Rider by Taran Mataru. So in this book, our main character Jai becomes engaged to a princess who has possession of dragons, but unfortunately the betrothal goes really wrong. Jai has to escape with a warrior woman called Frida, but on his escape out, he steals a dragon egg and he ends up bonded to a dragon. I am very excited for this. I love dragons. I love dragons. I love books about the dragons. Dragons, dragons, dragons is my life motto, and I'm very excited for this. I haven't heard much about it honestly, but I have seen a lot of pictures of it on Instagram, so I'm really hoping it will be good. It's a bit of a hefty boy, but I love dragons and I really love the sound of this concept, so I'm very, very excited to pick this one up in August. Next, I had the realization that I haven't read like a smutty dark romance in a little while, so I wanted to finally pick up Sick Boys by Clarissa Wilde. I've had this one on my radar for a little while now. A friend of mine really loves these books, and I've got it on Kindle Unlimited. I've had it in my library, so I think now's the time. So I do want to pick this one up this month, take a little bit of a breather from the heavy fantasy genre I've been shoved into lately, and pick up a good old smutty romance. You can't go wrong with one of those. I don't know much about Sick Boys and that whole series by Clarissa, other than I know it's set in a university, I think. I like to go into romance books like pretty much completely blind, so if you've read it, let me know what you thought down below. Is it super crazy? I just have a tendency to go into dark romances assuming I'm gonna read the craziest stuff in the world, and then that way I'm normally like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought by the end of it. It's been a little while now since I read Serpent and the Wings of Night, which I ended up really enjoying, and I really wanted to read more, and then I just moved on and began other series. So this month I really want to continue on with Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. Again, this is one I've seen people read a lot, but I haven't actually heard a lot about, at least not as much as I did the first book. However, I know this duology is like super duper loved by everyone. My friends who have read it have absolutely just adored the second book, so I am keen to see what is going on. The last book ended in a really interesting place, so I can't wait to see how all those dynamics shape out in the second book. Another duology I want to complete this month is Two Twisted Crowns, which is the sequel to One Dark Window. The majority of One Dark Window actually wasn't my favorite concept in the entire world. I didn't really get into that book until the final 25%, but when I did enjoy it, I really enjoyed it. And that cliffhanger, oh my gosh. This is another one of those books where the first one just ended in such a juicy place, and it got me so excited for the second one, but I just haven't got around to it. Just like the Crowns of Nyaxia series, people really rate this duology. I see so many posts about them, so many people saying that One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns is their favorite duology. So I want to see if, because of where the last one ended, if I enjoy this one a ton more. Serpent and the Wings of the Night and One Dark Window were both 4.5-star reads for me, but I could definitely see the potential for the second books to be 5 stars if they really pick up on what was left off in the last book. But if you've read either of those books, please drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought of them, because I see them posted everywhere, but I haven't actually heard much about how good the second books were. So let me know what you thought down below. Finally, when I'm filming this, July hasn't finished yet, and Magician by Raymond E. Feist is on my standby to complete potentially list for July, which maybe I will, but I'm thinking maybe I won't. So preempting that I might not get around to this in July, I am putting Magician by Raymond E. Feist on my standby list for August. This means if I finish all the books that are explicitly on my TBR, the 4 I've mentioned to you here today, then I will pick up and continue reading Magician and hopefully finish it. I'm only about 50% of the way through Magician, unfortunately. It has been very slow going for me just because the prose isn't particularly my favorite. This is probably just not the book for me, honestly, but my friends with similar taste have said that by the ending it's really, really good. So I do want to not DNF this because I want to see what the ending's like. This is like a classic fantasy novel for a reason, so I do want to see everything it has in store. It's just going to be an ongoing process for me, so please forgive me if Magician is one of your favorite books of all time and you feel upset at me for not being like right in on it, but I promise I'm not giving up on this book. I really do want to finish it. The question is a matter of when. So 4 books on my set TBR plus a standby does not seem like a lot, and I apologize, but I am just trying to be realistic. There are so many books on my radar, and I recently got a subscription to Kindle Unlimited, so I've just been putting so many things in my library. So I really do hope I get the chance to enjoy books that are beyond just what I've explicitly written here in my TBR, but hey, life gets busy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below what is on your TBR for the month of August, and make sure you let me know if you've read any of the books that are on my TBR and what you thought of them. That's all from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment if you want to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.